We make over $100,000 every month just by chatting on OnlyFans. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we do it. We're gonna start with the welcoming message and your very first sexting session. How to build rapport, tease, sell your first PPV, upsell, and how to build strong relationships. Then we'll go deeper into customs and my system for tracking subscribers. You'll know exactly how to make money in the chats by the end of the video. So the first message that a subscriber is going to see when he subscribes is going to be the welcoming message. I like to keep this part simple and not overcomplicate it. It's better to just say hi, hello, what's up, than to write him a whole paragraph as a welcoming message, and because he's going to see that it's fake and that this message is not made just for him, right? Ideally, you want to use delayed messages. So for example, Creator Hero has an option to send the message 3 minutes after the subscriber subscribes. You want to use that feature if you have it. And if he still doesn't reply to that message, you can always follow up, right? You can look at his profile, his bio, his name, and you can just say something about his name, make a joke, and he's going to see, oh, this girl actually looked at my profile. Like a bot couldn't do that, right? A bot couldn't look at the profile and send a message, right? This must be a real girl and I'm really talking like to her, and she actually took the time to look at my profile and send me a message about that. So he's going to feel a bit special. But as I said, you really don't want to send long paragraphs or PPVs as the first message, right? Because it's better to get his trust and talk to him a bit, and after that sell the PPVs, because you can sell them for a higher price and you can also get to know his spending power, right? Because if you set a price at the beginning, at the welcoming message for $10, then he's going to expect to get a video for $10. But if you talk to him a bit, you can sell the first PPV for $25 because you didn't set the price right at the beginning and you got to know his spending power. Now, how to actually build rapport? Let me tell you, we do use scripts inside our agency, but we never have the report part scripted. It's really important to let the conversation run smoothly and act natural here, right? You don't want to end up being fake because you're following a script and not making sense, right? You want to make sense. You want to ask him about his job, about his hobbies, like you want to get information from him, and from this you're also going to get a glimpse of his spending power, so for how much you can send him PPVs, and also you can make jokes about the information he gives you, like joking about his job or his hobby, making a joke or flirting a bit, but don't make the flirting too sexual, because you don't want to start a sexual conversation on your own. You want him to start one. And even if he comes to the page like being super horny and talking like, I want to do this to you, this, you don't want to grab the first opportunity and tell him, yeah, get this. You want to still act a bit innocent because it brings up your value, the model's value, right? You can say something, oh, stop it, oh, really, and not really engaging that much. Now, you turn him on by sending teasers, not by descriptive text asking him, what would you like to see? You just send teasers in an innocent way, like, look at me lying in bed, or hey, or I look so awful today, and just sending a selfie, right? So innocent, it's nothing sexual, right? It's just a picture of the girl, but the guy's so horny, he's going to get turned on by it. So after we've sent a teaser or two and turned the subscriber on, you want to start thinking about the PPV. You want to set up a PPV. You don't want to just send it, right? Now, what we use is we try and get a yes from him before we send a PPV. So we ask him a question to get a yes from him. Now, we don't ask, do you want to buy my next PPV, right? That would be stupid. We still seem a bit innocent and subtle about it, right? We don't ask him directly if he wants to buy a PPV. You can ask him something like, can I film a video for you? But I'm a bit shy. Do you promise you will go easy on me? And after he says yes, send him the PPV. Now, if you noticed, I added, but I'm a bit shy. You promise you will go easy on me. That is the innocent part in the setup. right? And can I film a video for you is the part where you get the yes. So he'll agree for us to film him a video, and we will film him a video, the model, and when we send it to him, he feels obliged that he has to buy it because he already said yes to filming the video, and he feels like he has to get it. It's just a little mind trick. After you send the video, there are two outcomes. He buys the video or he doesn't. Let's go what to do if he doesn't first. You want to follow up. If he left you on scene, you want to follow up, but don't be negative yet, don't guilt trip, use that as the last resort. Ask him, where did you go? Or you're making me nervous, don't make me wait, just don't guilt trip. Try to get a response from him. Is everything okay, for example? Or don't just stare at it, you're making me nervous is a good one. And you want to follow up. If he does reply and still does not buy, you want to find out why he didn't buy it. Now there could be a million reasons why he didn't buy, but you want to figure out why he isn't buying and resolve it. Maybe he doesn't trust the model, maybe he doesn't have enough money, maybe he isn't at a place where he could open it and will need to wait. But you want to find out the reason why he didn't buy and try to resolve it. If he doesn't trust the model, you can tell him, yeah, I can do verification for you. Depending on the subscriber, you can tell him to tip before or after. If you have templates or AI verifications, you can tell him to tip afterwards as there's no cost to you, right? The chatter's gonna do it. But you want to find the reason he didn't buy and resolve it. Last resort is guilt tripping. Now, if he doesn't want to provide the reason he didn't buy, he's probably a time waster and you don't want to waste time on him. You can tell him something, but you said to film the video for you and now you're not getting it. I'm just doing free work right now. You just made me film it and I'm not getting anything for it. But if he does buy it, you want to upsell. And this is where you start getting descriptive and get descriptive text from him, right? So you can ask him, what would you do now if you saw me like this? By asking him this and returning the descriptive text, so he said, I would do this, and you say, I would do this, and what would you do? You're making him imagine the scenario in his head, right? He's just going to get more turned on, and by him getting more turned on, he's not going to think about his wallet that much, right? He's just going to think how he's going to get that enjoyment. You have to sound turned on as well and let him think that he is pleasing you. A good way is to use interjections, so to express emotions. For example, oof, fuck, add those words and they work miracles. You can also use free teasers in between, so a pic or a voice message or a short video, something that will not get him over the edge but is going to keep him turned on and raise that excitement. And you're going to set him up for the next PPV and you're gonna repeat the process, right? Descriptive text, sound turned on, get descriptive text from him, make him imagine the scenario in his head, send free teasers, set up the next PPV and sell the PPV. And just repeat the process, repeat it until he comes or says he doesn't have enough money to continue. Now, don't end the session before he does any of those, right? Because you're just losing money. Sell until you can sell, right? Until he's tapped out or he comes. But when he comes, you don't want to sell anymore. Or when you really see that he doesn't have any more money, you don't want to sell anymore because you're gonna ruin the relationship. It's better to stop selling once that happens and to start building the relationship. And if he asks for more content in the relationship building part, you can sell him more, but do not push anymore. Now you want to make him feel appreciated. You can send a video of the model which you have pre-recorded where he tells him like that she had a really good time and she can't wait to do this again, that she's really exhausted from all the stuff they did, blah blah blah. And you don't want him to leave yet, you want to build relationships now. Even if he says, yeah, great talk, see you next time, you want to tell him like, now you're just gonna come and run on me, right? Stay with me, talk a bit, let's get to know each other a bit. And in this part, after he comes, is where he is most vulnerable to relationship building. And you want to build relationships here. Ask relationship questions or something to make him imagine a romantic scenario in his head. So, for example, what would be a perfect date for you is a good example, because here you can ask him about the date and he can tell you like the perfect date is probably something like a dinner at a nice restaurant and then a walk by the beach, and then we go back to my place, You expand on that idea and you say, yeah, just talking till we forget what time it is and we just go back home and snuggle, He's just going to get this romantic idea in his head with a model, and he's going to be thinking about her. But of course, you don't want to talk to him for 10 hours after that. You still have to talk to other subscribers and make money elsewhere. So after a certain time, you want to say goodbye to him. Now, another psychology trick over here is to use reverse psychology. Say something like, don't think about me the whole day, or don't dream about me. And by you telling him that, he's going to do the opposite, right? He's going to think about the model, dream about the model possibly. And when you get him thinking about her, when he's not talking to her, you have won. You have him. Now that you've said goodbye, you want to repeat the process. Find new targets and repeat the process. Just build rapport, tease, sell, build relationships, goodbye. It's not that complicated. A good thing to know is who to prioritize when you're chatting, because some subscribers are going to need immediate attention and some won't. Every agency will have different prioritization based on where they get the most money off with subscribers, but number one, in my opinion, for everybody should be the ones that are currently in a sexting session. So he's currently watching the videos, jerking off at the computer, and he really can't wait. If you want to sell to him, he can't wait, right? If you want to make money. Second one is the ones we're transitioning into a sexting session. So teasing him, right? And potentially getting into a sexting session. Third are new subscribers, because we don't know if they're going to spend or not, so we want to test them. There are also potential whales. And fourth are spenders and whales that we're currently building relationships with and have to obtain them. The last ones should be time wasters, because they're just wasting our time. If we really don't have anybody to talk to, we will talk to them and try to get something out of them. But these subscribers told us that they're not going to spend, or they didn't want to spend. That's why they are time wasters. Another trick is to categorize subscribers by emojis. So you can put emojis in their name, right? In their OnlyFans name, and you can quickly see what type of subscriber they are. So you can put a whale on there and you can quickly see it's a whale. If you have a lot of chats coming in, it's really useful because you can quickly see who's a whale and if they need attention. Also, for example, a specific kink they might have, if they're into feet, you can put a feet emoji in their name and you can quickly see, okay, they like feet, and you don't need to read through all of their notes, and you can see, okay, they like feet, I will offer them that kind of content and tease them that way and just tailor the conversation to that. Now let's talk about customs. How to handle a fan that wants custom content. First, you want to get information out of him about the custom content. What kind of video would you like? Would you like me to use this? Would you like me to use that? How long would you like it to be? So you ask questions about it and you sound actually interested in it and excited about it. So you're not just asking questions, you're also replying like, yeah, that would be really fun. And you add some of your own ideas in it, like, could I do this as well? I think this would be really fun as well. So you could see me like in that. So he really thinks that you're really enjoying making that content for him and you can't wait to make the content. And after you give him a price for the custom, when he might have objections to it, especially if he's a new subscriber, he might have objections to the price because custom content should be priced at a much higher price than regular content we can repurpose. When he has objections, you can say, I really can't wait to do this for you. Can we do this right now? You can offer him 50-50, so he pays 50% before and 50% after. So you can say, I'm really excited to do this. I want to do this today. Can you give me half of it? And then you can pay the half after I'm done. So instead of dropping the price, you can tell him to pay half now, pay half later, because it will be a bit easier for him. If he still doesn't want to do that, you can ask the model if she can do it right now, and if she does, you can tell him like, I will do it right now, you'll get it in half an hour, and that will boost your chances of him paying extra. And if he still wants to bargain, you can bring down the price. And this is the exact system my team and I use to generate over $100,000 each month. If you're interested in learning more about OFM and network with like-minded people, make sure to check the description for a completely free Telegram community. And if you're a model or a chatter looking to work with a professional team that values your work, you can apply right below that.